For the YouTube API, we are going to need a key, but the good thing is that we can actually reuse our AJAX.js function to pull that information back. So the idea here is that we're going to use AJAX.js, output our wiki stuff, and then do another AJAX.js and output our YouTube content. So let's open up our editor, and YouTube, unlike with the wiki, it's not an open API. You do need an API key. So there is some stuff that you're going to need to do in order to get that API key. And first of all, you need a Google account. So if you don't have a Google account already, then you can go ahead and set a Google account. Most of you should have a Google account. So go over to google.com/accounts, new account, to create a new account if you need to create a new account. And once you've created an account, so all accounts have ability to go over to the developers console. So let me open up the developers console, and I've already got a few apps in here and so on. I've already got a YouTube one, but we'll create another one within this lesson as well, so that I can walk you through how to create that. And within the Google console, the developers console, you've got to get your application registered. So you can create a brand new application, and it's got some information here how to create a brand new application. So let's go ahead and create a brand new one. So going into projects, we're going to create a brand new project. I'm going to Ajax, and we'll just create it there. So there we go. So we've created a brand new project, and you're going to need to create a project in order to have a bunch of APIs to get those APIs and so on. And so next thing that you do, once you created the project, you can open up the API library. So it's got all of the links here on this one page, which is nice and convenient. And you see that it opens up that developers console again. So here is where we select our project. So go ahead and select a project. And what we need is we need a YouTube API v3. And then go ahead and enable it. And once you enable it, you're going to have to create a key as well. And of course, they walk you through here as well how to do that. So it does take a little bit of time. And then next, you need to get your API key. So you can do create credentials, web browser, Ajax. So there it goes. It generates your API key. And then you can copy this one over, hit done. So that's it. So you're ready to go. You've got an API key that you can use. It's unrestricted. And you are going to have to create your own, because I am going to have to disable this one after I do launch this video. So just forewarning that you do need to create your own API key for this stuff. So we are ready to hook into the YouTube API. So what I usually like to do when I just grab the key, so where I'm going to be using it, I like to just paste the key there, because this is going to be something that we're going to have to make use of. So the next part of it is connecting over to the YouTube API. So the path for that is https://www.google.apis/v3/search, because that's what we want to do. And then we need some parameters. So we're passing in part. So we're getting snippet and key. So this is where you need to add in the key value. And then all we need to do is have a query term. So there's our key and Q. So that's for the query term. So this is whatever the term is. We'll just do test for now. And then we've also got max results. And this is where we can specify how many results we want back. So let's first of all, let's try that out. And this should work within your browser. And it's always a good idea to test that out within your browser. So there we go. So we were able to search. We got a bunch of data back. So we were ready to move on to the next step. That's where we can actually make use of this data within our web page. And we can see that it's got some interesting stuff here. So it's got thumbnails. We're going to make use of these, pull these thumbnails. Title, description, so we can pull this information back as well. And we can then also link out to the video, because they've got the video IDs there, and YouTube is just by video ID. You can just create the URL to link out to it. So we're all ready to go. So that's the data that we need in order to continue to build out our application. So next lesson is to jump back into our editor and continue to build out our AJAX request to the YouTube API, because now that we know that's working. So if you haven't done so, go ahead and set up and get your own API key, because you are going to need it for the next lesson.